This is the Viking Husqvarna 120 sewing machine. This machine, it looks like it's probably from the early 1980s. Made in Sweden. It's a very heavy duty little mechanical machine. Comes with an electronic foot controller, one of the large style, which is nice to use. Has a recess in the back for storing the cord when you're not using the machine. Just a nice little touch. This is probably the entry-level machine that they had at that time. Just has the one switch. Previous different models, the more expensive models had needle up and down, and I'm not sure what the other option was that's missing there. All the stitches you'd use for construction for clothing are right here. You've got your 3 different styles of zigzag, your left needle, center needle, and then you have a blind hem stitch, a multi-step zigzag, and a couple different other little stitches there. This lever right here controls your stitch length. You'd use down in this area for doing buttonholes. It does have a 4-step buttonhole. This dial here is for your needle tension, so for the top thread tension as it goes through the tension discs here. On the side over here, a nice feature of this machine is there is an adjustment for presser foot pressure. There's a little dot to show you what the standard pressure should be. This is very convenient when you're sewing on very lightweight materials where you don't want the foot pushing so hard on the fabric itself. Your bobbin winder is over on this side of the machine here, and it's very easy to use. What you do is you simply take the thread from the needle, pull it over. There's a little guide that flips up here. You flip the guide up, the thread simply goes through. When you put the bobbin on the bobbin winder, it automatically disengages the hand wheel, so your needle does not go up and down when you're winding bobbins. Just a nice little touch, nice and automatic that way. Works really well. It's a flatbed machine with the removable bed, and then you have the free arm here. This is all metal. It looks like plastic, but this is actually all metal here. The bed itself has storage in the front for your feet, storage in the back for needles and threads and whatnot, maybe extra bobbins. The bobbin goes down here. I don't know what class bobbin this is. It's smaller than a class 66. This is not a bobbin that you can pick up just anywhere. It's a rather skinny, small bobbin. Goes in the bobbin case. The bobbin should turn clockwise as it unfurls. And the thread simply goes into the tension disc. There's a screw here for adjusting your bobbin tension, which is something you should absolutely do depending on what weight of thread you're using. You put your feed dogs up and down using this switch here. So it's just down and up, very easy. Let's put the bobbin back in. Oh, before I put the bobbin back in, I'd like to point out this machine uses a full rotary hook. This is the hook area of the machine, and I can't see in the video, maybe you can. The hook goes all the way around. It does not oscillate back and forth. This is actually a really nice feature seen on mostly high-end machines and industrial sewing machines that gives you a really good stitch quality. So let's put our bobbin back in. We'll go ahead and thread the top of the machine. Threading is really simple on this machine. I'm using this big fat yellow thread so you can hopefully see it in the video. You always want to make sure the foot is up while you thread. There's simply one guide back here. You go between one of the 2 tension discs here around this bottom hook. Counterclockwise around the thread uptake lever. There's one guide above the needle here. And then simply, sometimes it's easier at this point to put the foot down and get it out of the way for threading of the needle. This thread's really big to get through here. Really, I may not be able to thread. This thread is much too big for the needle that's in the machine right now. There we go. So, and to draw the bobbin thread up, you simply turn the hand wheel towards you, 1 full revolution, give the thread a tug, and your bobbin thread will come right up. And then close the case, put the flatbed back on if you wish. It's like what I was saying, you wind the bobbin by simply putting this lever up and coming directly over. So you don't have to unthread the machine or the needle to wind the bobbin. It's really a nice feature. This knob, I'm sure is self-explanatory. This changes your stitches. You always want to have your needle up when you change stitches. You see the needle moves back and forth to do that. If it's in the fabric, you can bend your needle. So let me just show you the sewing. I'm going to reduce the top tension a little bit to compensate for this very thick thread I'm using. This is just a little scrap of denim here. One of the nice things about this machine that some people may not like is that at your standard stitch length, which is 2.5, the machine actually sews fairly slow. It's a nice machine if you want accuracy. For people who've been sewing for a long time who have accuracy, who can sew a straight line with a fast machine, this machine might seem a little bit tedious in the sewing speed. However, for most people, sewing slow is really quite nice. The pedal, you've got really good control of the pedal. It's very easy to control. You can get the machine to sew as slow as you like, really. Very easy to stop with the needle up or down the fabric just by using the foot pedal. So that's it. That's a Viking Husqvarna 120 sewing machine, made in Sweden. Great machine. I don't know what these would go for now on the used market. You just don't see them that often, probably because people don't get rid of them. It's a very, very nice machine.